произошел этот игровой момент. Выжила Темпларка, выжил Лил. ОД на хосте также
И в это время нападает Джиггернаут, забирает Лина, подтягивается Ахай, закидывает стан в Рамзеса, и Рамзес начинает с ним бодаться. Но в этот момент еще подходит Рубик, и Рамзесу помогут. Ахай дальше не собирается идти, у него очень мало маны. И Рамзес все-таки продолжает биться с Ахай, и Ахай ни в коем случае нельзя арестовать. Ахай здесь один.
Ну, Рамзес уже нету маны, хотя есть манга, и с помощью Блэйд можно попробовать его забрать. Летает на спринтах, слишком быстрый. Съедает манга, Блэйд Фьюри и Охайо могут зацепить буквально еще чуть-чуть, да. Забирают Слардара, отличная игра от ВП. Соло подставляется, соло заберут, но размен, очевидно, в пользу Мишек пока что. И главное отступить Рамзесу. Рамзес уходит. Фриза, почти 8 уровень, все замечательно. Но пока что Virtus.pro смотрится так, как мы привыкли, очень агрессивно, очень хорошее взаимодействие. На линиях пока особо не видим, что стадия лейна.
She would have happened at the same time. The panel was talking about it where safe laners will start to abandon lanes a little bit earlier.
I think you want your armlet a little bit before, or at least you'll get like a track gold kill out of it. I think the kill would have happened regardless. Febby was already right on top of him.
So then the trade-off is the Lina gets early level 6. Like, she's almost got it anyway. But having that burst damage will keep Omni Knight just a little bit on more on his toes. Tyra scanning in the trees. They're looking for Virtus.pro, who are walking under the cover of smoke. So Lil and Solo coming in close, but Ohio's position is perfect. So Solo, smoke breaks on him, a quick crush, Mushi in the neighborhood. Rubik goes, the telekinesis grab, the kick flies through. Lifestealer still hasn't raged up. He has the infest for the pop damage, but with Ramsey in the neighborhood, Mushi already finds the kill. Ramsey starts off the spin. So Mushi and Ohio are already bailing out. So Ramsey gets a little bit of farm from the side camp, but that is all.
Trying to be really greedy with that rage there. And I think the Lina getting
mid, no one's imprisonment's on cooldown for the moment, so they could have a crack at this. With the help coming in from Ohio, yep, there is actually the imprisonment taking out the Slaughter, but the damage is already too much. Ohio got the mist off beforehand, so no one drops very quickly.
Yeah, they weren't able to TP in with the Omni Knight in time. He's actually foregone getting Guardian Angel at level 6 in favor of 2 points in D-Gen. I think their lineup is like very heavy physical base aside from the Lina. I think the Guardian Angel is going to be pretty important for them.
Need to give him that time, that space, but for the moment Solo's taking that space which Omni Knight opened up on the top lane. Support's coming back in the form of the Omni Knight. But this seems to be a pretty damn good start for Fnatic. Everything's going to start to click pretty soon. In Your Dream is farming at a, not a great rate, but he'll still catch up. It's that Juggernaut who just has more net worth than anyone else on the field at the moment.
They really need the Slaughter to get his Blink Dagger though. I think like even if they have Trek, it's still going to be very difficult for them to find kills just because Omni Knight and OD will be sitting behind targets that Fnatic are focusing down, and they have a lot of single target damage, especially with the Lifesteal and the TA, Amplify, all this is single target. So with the Slaughter, they can set up multiple kills and just make the kills instantaneous so that VP can't react in time.
Maybe that's where we watch Mushi a little bit closer now. He completes up the armlet, and Bounty Hunter is already making his way over. So they can infest combo, look for a bit of an opening, and that's exactly what happens. And their target, it's got to be the bottom lane. Like, Lil is the one who's amplified up. I think he's also realizing too, this is around that time where the attack comes to the tier 1 tower on bot.
They also might have
dodging
been under the T1 or under that ward. I think it caught the edge of him.
Yeah, from that position it most definitely did.
Yeah, but now they can just sit around with the buddy system. Notice all of VP are moving towards the top lane right now. They sense a gank coming out, and you get this one kill up, you'll get Bounty Hunter level 6, and then it'll just continue to feed. So now they just need to group up. This is where their lineup shines. Omni Knight sitting in the back, they have Arcane Boots on him,
as long as they
good enough.
As long as they can get a good trade-off. Like, you push 5 men up to the top lane, and Fnatic, well, they didn't find the opening they wanted, but you've still got that early, like, it's just the casual Blightstone over on the TA, but you bring the mid-tower down to half-life. Don't find the opening straight up, but it's creating space now for Ohio on the bottom lane to, like, he's looking towards Trez to start with, but he's also going to get the Blink Dagger. So it's a tier 1 tower on the top lane claimed by Virtus.pro. And they brought enough people to mid lane that they've actually dissuaded from Fnatic from pushing any harder.
Yep. And we also see the early Helmut Dominator coming out from the Juggernaut. Looks like he's just dominated a siege creep up for now, but as the opponents mentioned, the ice armor from the Ogre is very, very useful in this game. Probably one of the most useful creeps. If you can find one. It's really hard to get the creep that you want now. There's like similar amounts of like medium camp spawns, but they spawn like half as often.
Oh, Solo didn't last very long. They waited for the right time and just crushed him out. Now it's Pasha who's stranded a little bit. With track now being up for Febby too, the vision gets even better. The gold, every time these kills happen, it's even more rewarding for Fnatic. But now Lil turns on the Magnetite Templar Assassin. She needs more life. One chance won't be enough. Bottle chance as well with Refracted Shadows. She'll survive. Pasha turns on the Guardian Angel, and with the Magnetite, they still have enough damage to Purification. No higher! Barely out! Lina will die in the meantime, up on the top lane. Mushi trying to track down Ramsey to use the Omni Slash to get the kill. But he bails out as action happens on multiple lanes.
Pasha played that one really well, and so did Lil. They almost got the TA before her refraction came up, but TA, really nice position there. She almost got the Omni Knight with the splash.
But that's still your TA going down. The OD starts to extend his lead with that Hand of Midas he had about 2 minutes ago.
I don't think it's that problematic that TA goes down, because she has track gold, and I think it's more problematic that the Omni Knight didn't die. Like, he's the one that you want to focus down in the fights. The more items he has, the more grievous your fights are going to be. Every time you're going to go for him, if he has like Greaves and 4-stab, it's just going to be impossible to kill him, and then you have this OD and Juggernaut just raining hell upon your team.
Lil trying to kick away the Templar Assassin and find these kills quickly. Rolling boulders back in again. Lina is here. Laguna Blade, he can't do it. Currently silenced up. The OD imprisonment actually saving the support. The Light Strike Array will still connect, but Lil is healthy, and they're looking for Yamate. He has retreated back behind the Tier 1 tower, but VP here in force all 5 members of their team.
They're very aggressive with their dusting. They like dust every time an engagement comes out, just expecting the bounty hunter to be there. So like Febby is doing a good job of not dying as much as they could have.
Ramsey CP's up to the top lane just to hold the Tier 1 tower. They already knew they were going to get the mid one. That does go in favor of no one on that OD.
This gank is very underwhelming. The bounty hunter plus the lifestealer. Like, they can probably kill a Rubik, but most of the other heroes can just pop their defensive cooldown and run away. It really needs Sardar.
This is the opening that we're really looking for. So you start with the attack, trying to bait out the track, the repel to stop the track.
Yeah, they know there's no way that he would pop out unless that he was with someone. So they know the lifestealers at least around that area. Ohio still 400 gold away from his Blink Dagger. Yamate trying to pick up an easy kill into a tower down in this bottom lane with that usage of the smoke.
Solo was also looking for, well, to stay alive more than anything else. He went back into mid lane to take the farm and the experience, but he almost walked into that bounty hunter track. Well, there goes your Tier 1 tower on bottom lane. Goes in favor of Mushi. So there's still a small advantage going the way of Virtus Pro.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Open up the map, expose those Tier 2 towers and potentially the shrines.
It's still going to be a while for that, especially Ramses is out of control in terms of CS. And the Lifestealer's sat in the creeps a lot, so he's actually falling a little bit behind. He had his armlet at a pretty decent timing, but they haven't just been able to connect on kills. Ohio finally has his Blink Dagger.
Yeah, now's that timing to come up.
Oh, he's right under Observer Ward though in the mid lane. They know exactly where he is and what he has.
That one was planted down before when VP were pushing the mid lane. Lil as well as Pasha, they're in position. Lil gonna rolling boulder himself forward, going in, gets that silence off. Refraction Charger soaking up a lot, so in your dream, gets back over the hillside and far away enough with Yamate hitting that Light Strike Array. They do keep no one out. Damn, that hit is so hard over on Lil. But Pasha still in the neighborhood. They group up around in your dream. They're looking for a little bit more stuns. He actually finds one of the kills for the Templar Assassin is lost. Sada in the meantime died down in the Radiant jungle. That was in the backline as that fight split into multiple parts. And Mushi not really involved as he finished up his farm with bottom lane and TP's out to safety too.
Solo trying to play some Observer Ward, but he gets caught out.
Yamate's got Laguna Blade. If he actually gets enough damage, he can just pop him. But the OD imprisonment, again, no one is in the greatest positions ever just to save teammate after teammate.
Yeah, Febby kind of chickened out because he was amped up that entire time.
And now they 5-man maneuver again. Virtus Pro together.
Yeah, they have so many failsafes versus target initiation from Fnatic. Omni Knight's only died in the laning phase. He has a 4-step now too to counter the Slardar plus Lifestealer and Fest Bomb without even having to use Repel or Heal. So this is quite troublesome for Fnatic. I don't really know how they're supposed to approach these fights. Like, Ramsey's out in front. What are they going to do to him with the Omni Knight sitting behind him? And he has Spin just in case. And on top of that, they have a lot of sustain from the with Dominator Aura, the Healing Ward if they need to.
And the damage isn't really huge enough from Fnatic anyway. Like, you've now got Dragonlance as opposed to the Desolator build over from the Templar Assassin.
Yeah, they just need a little bit more time for TA, maybe try and sneak in a Roche really quickly with the amp. I think that's probably what they need to focus on very, very soon. They still have 3 of their outer towers left, so there's not any imminent danger for them. They just need to make sure that they don't feed away a couple of team fights so that VP's in a position to do Roche. They need to prevent that at all costs.
A little bit of a maneuver. They had some vision in the mid lane, VP, but I don't know if they actually cottoned on to what Fnatic were doing. They grouped up as 4 behind where the Tier 1 tower used to be Fnatic in the mid lane.
Solo, looks like he popped the smoke on Febby. Febby has a re-invis. I think he might have been in vision. Doesn't look like there's anything there.
No observer was, but they move over. Blink crushing for that early pop. The Pasha there with the GA plus the heal. It's Ohio that takes all the damage. As Lil was protected once again by the Astral Imprisonment. Then he gets a double kick. He found the bounty. They don't know about the bounty, but they do know about Yamate, who starts to run around the tree lines. Looks another Light Strike array with the Laguna Blade. They trigger off and pop Lil. Febby had to commit for this. Now he does have Invis available. That detection, Sentry wards are on Solo. He doesn't have Dust available with the telekinesis pickup. They have more than enough control to kill him before he can get into that Invis and away to safety.
Not that bad of a trade for Fnatic. They were very patient. If they went under that T1, they would have lost like 3 to 4 heroes very, very quickly because Omni Knight was just hiding in the trees, and they waited for VP to come into the positioning of their bottom wards. However, I still think Roshan needs to be key for Fnatic. They're just looking for any sort of opening they can get. They're not really getting ahead in terms of track kills. Their cores aren't farming particularly well compared to the Radiant counterparts. So it's going to be a pressing time for the next 5 minutes to try and regain any sort of hold in the game.
It's going to be pretty hard to take out Roshan, however. Like, you haven't taken the Tier 1 tower in mid or top, plus that shrine is so close to Roshan for the Radiant side.
I think they can just use a smoke for it. With Amp, it's really, really fast. Probably less than 10 seconds if they can just find that brief moment.
Speaking of smoke, that's exactly what VP...
Yeah, they're expecting it. But if VP do Roche, I think Fnatic are in a really, really terrible spot.
Yeah. And they need some way to see it. Like, Yamate is only getting down the Observer and Sentry now. That wouldn't have helped. Actually, they commit a second. They commit a second second smoke because the Observer ward saw in your dream moving over towards Roshan. They had a Sentry down, so Mel was not going to protect him.
Wow, that was a crazy play from them. Smoking into Roche, centering to make sure that there's not a TA trap, and then smoking out as Fnatic are trying to get in. Now they get a TA kill and a Roche. It was at the cost of 2 smokes, but I think Roshan is so important to Fnatic that VP can expend those resources and feel very good about it.
And it just doesn't hurt as much for VP because you've got that Corrosive Haze over on Solo that he managed to steal from the Slardar. So Fnatic, yeah, you take a Tier 2 tower on bottom lane, but trade-off wise, you don't lose that much time in Roshan.
Yeah, I think with this, they can just keep killing the TA in the fights over and over. Like, Amplify only does so much. Refraction only does so much versus like the Earth Spirit and the Juggernaut Spin. Like, just so many instances of damage in the 5-man team fights that's not going to be able to keep her alive. And she's a long way away from BKB. I don't even know if you can go BKB right now on the TA.
Where you just turn into full aggression with the Blink Dagger?
I think you just have to go Blink so you can farm up more and get maybe some easy kills on the Rubik, perhaps.
Or maybe then you can start combining it with the Live Stealer. The Live Stealer finished up his first damage dealing item with the Desolator and still has another 1400-ish gold for Mushi.
Yeah, it's just really tough for the TA to actually... You can get like 1 Mel Strike off, and then after that you're probably just going to die.
Yep. Then the Live Stealer's got to do the work, finish the job.
Yeah, they also need more armor on the Radiant side. I don't see any Vlads. I do see a Buckler on the Omni Knight. I guess the mech will help a decent amount, but any sort of armor is going to help. They just need to survive like the initial Blink Crush and Rage from the Live Stealer. After the first Rage is done, Fnatic, if they haven't gotten like 2 or 3 kills in the fight, things are just going to go from bad to worse.
I'm a little concerned for Mushi, who seems to be the sore thumb sticking out for Fnatic. Top net worth for them, but no TP strong until he gets over to this side shop. And VP are just barreling down the middle. They take out the Tier 2 tower. It's a bit of a roam around. In fact, is this going to be our first Courier Snipe for ESL 1? No, it isn't.
We'll fly over.
Febby's too far away. It's flying a little further north.
But they're already at the T3s, and they have shrines here, but I don't think the shrines are going to be enough for them to hold this.
You're missing Blink Crushers, letting track be stolen as well by Solo, so he's starting to track up all of Fnatic. The Tier 3 tower down to 200, 100, and make it almost 0. In fact, it is now 0. The tower is lost. And what do you get in return? A tier 1 tower up on top?
He's just looking for that blink crush, but Omni Knight, if he steps slightly out of position, maybe they can jump.
Be careful with Ramsey's life. He does have that mana style, so if he wants to go for the pro dodge, that's also a possibility, but Fnatic, they just don't want to commit to this. They still don't have Mushi. Mushi is up on the top lane. He hasn't come back yet, so they trigger off the Guardian Angel. VP almost able to bring down that melee Rax. They're harassing up against Fnatic, and now with another Son for Juggernaut. Ramsey's very, very low. OD Imprisonment comes out, now he jumps forward. Quick Manta, and actually it's just a hit all over the bounty, so he'll drop down low. Yamate is on the run. Lifesteal and Mushi got perfectly kicked. The controller's there from Lil. The setup from no one as well as the saving is perfect from him too. The mid-rack's already gone. The blink, oh, the pick-up! He actually got telekinesis. He'll probably die as well as he comes out of the imprisonment. No, high goes the one charges off, so he survives an extra fraction of a second longer, but then still, the result is the same. It is death for the Slaughter. A buyback now out from him. TA will complete her own Desolator. So having that little bit of extra damage in for this fight, start the tracks, but it's going both ways from both Solo as well as Febby. And VP, they back out for a little bit. They can turn and fight if they want to. Ohio slipping around the side. He's got a presence sitting inside him at the moment. Waiting for a pop-out, but VP, there's just no vision on them for Fnatic to really go for any kind of initiation. Now they're close to that Observer Ward. They've got more to work with. So the Blink Crush over on Lil. The pop-out, very quick kill. The Force Staff wasn't enough from Rubik to buy enough space, and maybe he'll lose his own life. As Ohio needs that movement speed, the sprint's gonna wear off. The Fade Bolt actually puts his blink on cooldown. Ohio couldn't reach up to Solo, now they blink crush forward, so Solo will eventually drop. And Fnatic, they at least get a couple of kills, but they've still lost their mid-racks.
I think that last fight next to the T3 kind of shows how important instant cast is in this. I think a lot of the small changes in 7.0 were like making things more projectile based, like Atos is projectile based now instead of just being instant cast, and that like fraction of a second, it doesn't sound like that much, but when Rubik has lower cast point than Slaughter and he has really fast reflexes and can just lift them before.
Что с маной бывают проблемы. Ну, стики, в принципе, ПТшечка, которую можно переключить, и с маной все будет в порядке. Ну и графики мы уже смотрели. Огромное преимущество Virtus.pro. Несмотря на то, что вот контратака Fnatic в завершающей стадии, она, конечно, принесла свои плоды, но этого не хватает для того, чтобы полностью отыграться. Плюс ко всему, вот оно.
Ну, бараки это бараки.
Да, бараки.
Теперь Virtus.am осталось сгруппироваться, плавненько перейти вниз, начинает давить эту линию, забирать две вышки, которые, кстати, все еще стоят на 24-й минуте. И на месте Fnatic нужно как-то этого опасаться, потому что сейчас у них проблема. Сейчас у них огромная проблема с тем, что нашли Муши. Муш остается один, получает Саленс, подходит УД, забирает Муши с ультимейта, ничего себе, даже не пожалели.
Даже двух ультимейтов.
Да, 2 ультимейта, и Муши погиб. Слишком нагло играет Муши.
Почему Муши не смог сделать телепорт?
Почему он сразу не нажал Rage Tap Out? Вот,
потому что телепорт лежал у него в ранце, он его переложил в основной как бы, рюкзак, но потребовалось 6 секунд для активации, соответственно, он не мог.
Ну, вот этот
Rage.
щиток, его уже давно стоит продать, потому что он дает сравнительно мало.
Ну, ошибка такая. Достаточно неприятная, потому что сейчас он лишается двух вышек, лайфстиллера убивают. Да, тем более, что щиток абсолютно ничего не давал.
На стадии, когда ты сплитпушишь, на стадии, когда каждая секунда может стоить тебе жизни, это ТП лучше всего все время держать при себе, чтобы можно было жить. Ну и теперь без него забирает вышку. Лина поднимает себя в ул, подходит Рамзес, забирает Лину. Три героя, естественно, ничего не могут противопоставить пятерым. Они как-то стараются развести и попробовать заставить Virtus.ов пойти под фонтан или под Т4, но Virtus.am вообще все равно они никак не ведутся на какие-то попытки агрессии и продолжают бить бараки.
Байбек от Яматеха, но это уже неплохо для АВП. Еще и успевают снести милишный барак. Нет, совсем чуть-чуть не успевают. Использует Omni Knight свой ультимейт. Выживает на лоу хп Джиггернаут. Слардар неплохой стан, но подставляется под атаку. Отличный стан от Лины, но никого убить не удается. Лайфстиллер пытается доесть Джиггернаута. Джиггернаут отступает на лоу хп. Лайфстиллер избивает всей команды. Где же помощь? А помощи не хватает. ОД все-таки забирает Яматех, но Яматех умирает без байбека. Байбек от Темплара Ассасин и ГГ.
Ну,
ГГ пишет Fnatic. Отличная игра от ВП.
Вот такую защиту мы были бы рады увидеть, когда первый раз заходили Virtus на базу, и именно вот такой врыв нужно было делать Слардеру и Лайфстиллеру. Но почему-то Fnatic промедлили, почему-то Fnatic отдали слишком много для Virtus.pro. Мягко говоря, Virtus, по-моему, 20 минут вообще делали все, что угодно, и только в конце они постарались, но, увы, было уже поздно. Virtus слишком много вещей набрали.
Ну что ж, как мы видим, с прошлого патча и с прошлого своего последнего выступления Virtus.pro нисколько не сбавили. Смотрится по-прежнему очень уверенно, очень агрессивно, выглядят цельной командой, и это, безусловно, приятно. Они выходят в следующий этап, группового турнира и будут бороться через матч у нас, по-моему, за выход из группы. Ну, а мы прерываемся для того, чтобы передать слово студии аналитики, которая для вас сейчас проанализирует эту игру.